Welcome to the CAD Builder video tutorial series. The wireframe editor has various toe kick controls, but their default behavior is set by the associated construction method. This video will focus on these toe construction options. We will modify one of the standard framed constructions, but you should go ahead and customize your own method. We begin with the toe kick group in the General tab. Toe kick construction type determines your overall approach to base cabinet toes. Select toe kick if you prefer to use integrated toe kicks or build a separate toe kick box for each cabinet. Use legs when you use some legs for your cabinet with no toe kick box. Toe kick and legs uses both, while no toe kick makes base cabinet cases go to the floor. Finally, pick floating toe kick if you are making floating cabinets or if you will use a ladder toe box that stretches across cabinet runs. It removes the toe parts but raises base cabinets to toe height ready to stand on top of a separate box construction. If you chose legs, then you can skip to the legs section. Otherwise, let's move on to default parts thickness, which sets the expected nominal thickness for the toe box parts. Define the toe kick height. For frameless, that means from the floor to the bottom of the case. For framed, it is measured from the floor to the bottom of the bottom rail. Toe kick assembly should be set to integrated if you normally notch out your sides or keep them full, whereas separate toe kick is appropriate when the toe box is separate from the rest of the case. Toe kick placement decides how you input your height measurements. Inside means toe height is included, whereas outside means you type in the height of the case. In other words, if you type in the height of a cabinet as 34.5 and this is set to inside, that means 34.5 inches is the total cabinet height. If you type in 30 inches and it is outside, then 30 inches is the height of the box and the toe height is automatically added to it to get the overall cabinet dimensions. Toe kick sleepers adds additional sleeper supports when the cabinet is wide enough. If enabled, type in the maximum distance between toe kick parts before sleepers are added in between. For example, if there is 8 feet between two side toes and this is set to 3 feet, then CAD Builder will add 2 evenly spaced sleeper supports to make sure there's no unsupported with greater than 3 feet. Next, we navigate to front toe kick. Front toe kick recess is measured from the front of the frame to the front face of the toe kick prior to adding any molding profiles. For frameless, it is the same, except it's measured from the front of the sides instead of the frame. Front toe kick top and bottom adjustments allow you to shorten the front toe piece from either the top edge, which would normally touch the bottom, or the bottom edge, which would normally touch the floor. Finished face orientation determines where the face is if the toe part is made of a single-sided material, and banding sets front toe banding if required. Side toe kick follows suit. Of course, if you always have integrated toe kicks, then you won't come across side toes and don't need to go through these options. But for those that do, these are much the same options. Finished side toe kick recess sets the side toe recess when the side is finished. For framed cabinets, this is measured from the side of the frame to the front of the side toe. For frameless, it's measured from the outer edge of the side instead. Unfinished side toe kick recess does the same, but for when the side is unfinished. The next 5 parameters are the same as seen in front toes. Determine the top and bottom adjustments if needed, the finished face orientations, and banding to apply onto the side toe pieces. Back toe kick also has top and bottom adjustments. Back toe kick construction can either enable or disable a back toe piece. If enabled, type in the recess value as measured from the back of the case to the back toe part. Finished face orientation and banding work the same way. Legs options become active whenever legs are present. Legs on front side enables or disables forward legs, with front offset dictating where the leg centers are relative to the front. These 2 options repeat for the back of the cabinet, finished sides, unfinished sides, and subsides. Toggle them on or off, and where they are if on. Legs maximum span determines the maximum distance between two legs before another is added in the middle, working much like the sleeper support parameter. For example, if there are 8 feet between two legs, and this option is set to 3 feet, then the program will add 2 more legs to make sure there is no unsupported width greater than 3 feet. Separate toe kicks can come with separate toe kick tops. The first of these options, default top thickness, sets the expected nominal thickness for these top parts. Toe kick top construction type determines what type of top is used for the toe. No top, full top, stretchers, web frame, or gussets. Finished face orientation sets where the material faces, and the next 4 options set the default widths for the front stretcher, back stretcher, web frames, and gussets. Toe kicks can be modified on the fly in the wireframe editor, but its most common appearance should be configured in the assign construction method. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next video. To view additional video tutorials, please visit www.cabbuildersoftware.com/training.